An excellent win. First round of the Challenge Cup navigated.
Yeah, it was really good for us. We're just happy to get out there again, put the stuff right from Bradford, and get the win, yeah.
And obviously the scoreline, a really nice scoreline as well. Obviously 7 tries out there, which again some real picks as well. I thought some of them out there were really well worked, and like I say, some of the individual efforts were real class.
Yeah, I mean, I think it took us to the second half to get going. I think we had some really good shape in the first half. It just didn't really we didn't execute it very well. Maybe the weather was to blame, but it's just one of those. In the end, like you say, we got a few tries on there, well worked, some really good individual efforts. So yeah.
What do you think when you see that weather out there today? Obviously, it's never nice coming here at the best of times, not with the wind howling around. But when you see that rain driving as well, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's one of those. You've got to play to your circumstance, and I just think it took. We talked about it in the warm-up. We talked about it before the game, but I think it just took us a bit too much time to acclimatise to that weather today. But once we knew what we was doing and adapted to the weather, I think it's told us in the second half.
Yeah, familiar pattern. Obviously started really well with the first score. Then obviously you've let the opposition lead through a score, and then you've come back only this time. Obviously it's not been a draw. You managed to win the game. So is there something there potentially that you can learn from?
Yeah, I just think from us, Hull were a really good side, but I think it was just a few of our really silly mistakes that let us get them girls in our half. I think once we tightened that screw and we addressed it at half time, that we didn't get in our half then.
I thought the introduction of Kirsty Millington actually was pretty key. I thought she got some real good goal forward going on to really set a pattern for you guys. Was that something you'd agree with?
Yeah, I think she had a really good game. It's a new position to her, so she's finding her feet there. And like you say, she had a class game. Really proud of her.
And again, some of the individual efforts were fantastic. I thought obviously Katie Howard, the try there, which was the one to obviously win it. And you've got a real weapon there, Mackenzie Taylor as well, who wrongfully for me was denied one just at half time, but the one she scored in the second half was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, Kate controls us really well at 9. She's really composed and she looks up and sees them gaps. Kenzie's class at finishing and she'll always back herself, and she's got that little aggression. It's one of those that score in the first, that try in the first half. I mean, I would say it was a try, but you can't agree with the referees sometimes, can you?
No, you can. It got a bit spicy as well towards the end, didn't it?
It did a little bit, and I think that's just the competition that's coming through the games, and it shows that girls are really competitive and they're really passionate about the game. So yeah.
I mean, I don't want to. Yeah, I'll probably leave the one thing I think I've brought off the camera. But like I said, when incidents like that start, obviously to flare, is it hard to keep your composure like that?
I mean, it's just for us about, like you say, keeping that composure. We've got a job to do out there, and we've just got to focus on that. We've got to focus on our goals, and it's easy to get involved in it, but we need to rise above it and then just play the game. And
that you did, and like you say, you've got a week off now to regroup, and obviously, get a few more bodies back on deck for the week after against Barrow.
Yeah, Barrow's a really tough side. It'll be a good game for us going up against them. I think there's a few stuff we still need to work on in training. We'll look to review them on Tuesday and get going and enjoy the week off, recover, and like you say, get some bodies back on board ready for Barrow.
Been a good start though, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a great start. Seeing our journey's been so short. I'm really proud of the girls and the effort that they put in and the commitment. Again, like the Bradford game and today, our defence wasn't the best today, but at times we were really grafted. Torrin making that break, coming over from her edge to make that tackle was fantastic, and the commitment and the effort from the girls is spot on.